Hopping into the wreck with the gamer CJ, using the quick first step to make a little space, then dropping a wrapper. And sending it side.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, this really sets up to be an incredible night in terms of excitement. From the coaches to the players, to us here in the booth. I mean, this is such a fantastic event to be a part of.
Guys, it really is the greatest all-star game in all the sports, in my opinion. We have the best players in the NBA at the peak of their powers. I mean, I can't wait to see what this year's game has in store for us.
Now a look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. They've got Nikola Jokic, Butler out there with Durant, and it's Young, and it's Doncic in at the 2 spot.
When he's driving inside, Tatum is either going to finish or get himself a trip to the line.
The East All-Stars shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
And so Tatum nails them both.
And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand, the biggest names in the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
West All-Stars shooting their first free throws of the game.
Line for 2.
Free throw good from Durant.
Hard to imagine Durant not going down as one of the great scorers this league has ever seen. As a matter of fact, that's a given, folks. Dynamic, explosive, and he's consistent year in and year out.
That one misses. The East All-Stars on offense. Here's Harden. It's rebounded by Doncic. And so Doncic will bring it up for the West. Pass to Durant. And no good. James left side. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. Butler on the way. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Young for 3, and Tatum pulls it down.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Harden. Goes to the fadeaway and finds it.
And the first half of his season, boy, how special has it been? He has been on a rampage.
Yeah, and he's got tremendous talent. And when he's fully healthy and engaged, I mean, he's really impossible to stop. That's what we've been seeing this year from him.
Here's Doncic. James Harden picking up that last basket.
You know, Luke is one of those players where the mid-range shot is really a weapon for him, not just an afterthought. I mean, he is lights out from that distance.
Curry with the bounce pass. Tatum finds Embiid. Harden outside. Good ball movement here by the East. Shot clock at 6. Curry from deep three-point land. The long-distance three is good.
And that's getting it done from deep. That's what the All-Star game gives you, the freedom to show your full range.
You know, taking that shot in a regular season game might get you a spot on the bench, but here, to get you a standing O. You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, Quinn Snyder and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Now he understands the entertainment aspect of this game. He knows the fans want a show. But you can still detect some seriousness in his voice. He wants to win this game. Probably a little bit more than he's willing to let on. Guys?
Thanks, David. Here's Butler. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Over Tatum. Here's Jokic. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. LeBron against Young. LeBron's shot is good.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Now, here is Young. Pass to Durant. Will it go? And Young with the basket on the assist by Durant.
Boy, that's an example of Durant's basketball IQ and awareness, both platinum level.
Outside Curry. On the wing, Harden. Back to Curry. Shot, high post. And here's Tatum for 3. Another shot. Embiid trying to break loose. A nice shot by LeBron. James has got his second bucket of the night.
Quick on the shot. Love watching LeBron go right up with that jumper.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Star.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
And it's a completely new group for the East All-Star.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Here's Adebayo. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Adebayo passes to George. DeRozan with it. Shoots over Brown. And Davis pulls it down. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game. Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
George against Mitchell. Over George. Makes good on the step-back jumper.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Now, here's DeRozan. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Misses off the left eye.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
Now, here's George, following the miss by Anthony Davis. George with the bucket.
Really strong right there. George able to take the contact and muscle it up and in.
Mitchell outside. Passes to Brown. Loads it up for Davis and finished off by Davis.
There's no stopping that. AD is too long and strong to bother that alley-oop.
DeRozan against Brown. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. West All-Stars shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And he makes the first.
Boy, the elevated playmaking from DeRozan has been a revelation of late. An all-around threat who still feels underappreciated by many, and I think that drives him quite a bit.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Just 4 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And we reach the end of the first quarter. The East All-Stars up on top, up 7. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. Welcome back for the second quarter of the main event of All-Star Weekend.
And guys, we've already seen some unbelievable action here tonight.
And there will be plenty more to come. We know that. All-Star action never disappoints.
A little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
Curry is out there with Harden. Then it's Tatum, and it's LeBron James, and it's Sabonis in at the 5 spot. So that's who the East All-Stars start the second with.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
Here's Halliburton. James Harden picking up that last basket. Randall passes to Butler. Over Tatum. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Look, this package that Jokic has, instinct, length, timing, you don't have to jump really high if you've got those things working for you to be effective as a rebound.
Now here's Curry. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Jokic with the rebound. The West trails by 5. On the wing, Doncic. The pass to Randall. The kick outside to Butler. 6 to shoot. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
Embiid, he's checked in for Sabonis. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for the West. Trae Young comes in for Halliburton.
Jimmy Butler's work ethic is really impressive. I mean, it seems like he never stops improving his game and looking for ways to be more effective on the floor, and that's why he's been as good as he's been so far in his career.
Now here's Harden. Outside Curry. Doncic against Harden. Pass to Embiid. Outside Curry. Oh, good on the triple. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Here's Young. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Pass to Harden. Passes it to Embiid. Goes back up. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Embiid is unstoppable, just too strong for the defense, no matter what they throw at him.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Anthony Davis is checked in for the East. Brown comes in for James Harden. The West also making some changes. Adebayo is checked in for Jokic. And it's Paul George in for Butler.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
You know, there aren't a lot of centers in the league, true centers, who are in the MVP discussion on a yearly basis. Embiid is one of those proud few.
Now, here's Doncic. The three from George. East grabs the miss. Embiid's got 4 rebounds in this game. Davis dishes to Curry. A 3-ball. Out of bounds. It'll be the West All-Stars ball.
Western All-Stars ball.
And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Now the pass to Doncic. And here is KD. It's hauled in by the East. Embiid's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Brown. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Luka Doncic.
And Brown is a guy who is hunting contact. Defenders have to be more cautious around him when they're defending.
The East All-Stars shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. That free throw good from Brown.
And the vertical that Brown has is quite impressive. As relentless a finisher that you'll find in this league.
And some changes here for the East. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Tatum. And Lillard subbed in for Stephen Curry. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Gilgeous Alexander's checked in. And Brown drops them both. Now here's Gilgeous Alexander. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Pass to Adebayo. And with the ball out of bounds, Davis touched it last. The West All-Stars making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Some nice passing here by the West. And so it looks like it'll be still with the West All-Stars. Timeout called here by the East. They're going to talk it over.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter.
And you can see Young's confidence and leadership growing each season. He knows he belongs, and now it's about contending for championship.
The West All-Stars have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts. first free throw is good. And so Young nails them both.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Embiid inside. Adebayo on him. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
Well, I tell you, it's pretty obvious. Embiid takes pride in and enjoys tricking his defenders and getting them to jump on the pump fake.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
And Embiid drops them both.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Young passes to George. Shot clock at 6. Back to Young. It's up a 3. That shot misses. And the East now will go the other way with them. Here's Lillard driving the lane.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
And here's Young from the arc. Some solid defense from Brown. The East leading by 7. Mitchell outside. Lillard looking around. Kicks to Brown. Pass to Davis. Wide open. And that one hits back iron.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Goes up the baseline. They get it back. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
There are very few that can handle and battle with Davis inside. I mean, he's got really tremendous strength and agility and a nice touch.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
You know, in this 21st century version of the NBA, just being big is not enough. Davis personifies the evolution of the big guy. He's got game from everywhere on the floor.
And the East All-Stars making a change here. Leonard's checked in. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Julius Randle's checked in for Adebayo. DeRozan comes in for George. And Halliburton subbed in for Trae Young.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Halliburton outside from 11 feet away. No one near Randle as he lets it go. Off target with his 3.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
The East leading by 9. And here is Mitchell. Leonard looking over the floor. And the rejection by Giannis. And so that brings the first half to a close. East All-Stars lead by 9. And we'll be back with you right after this.
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome to halftime of the All-Star Game. You're watching some incredible talent. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Well, a great game so far, guys, but it appeared to be the East All-Stars who were having the most fun out. And they're sitting on a nice advantage heading into the second half. The West may buckle down and get a little more serious as they try to cut into that lead after halftime.
Well, and coming to this game, you know it's a showcase. So much talent up there on both sides on there. The East is bringing so far.
And all of these guys have a huge competitive edge. Loving to face off against guys as good as them. And that's not always the case every night. In real games, in the regular season, most of these guys are the best or the second best players on the field.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance. And it's time to strap in as we get set to bring you the explosive action of the second half of the All-Star Game.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in this second half.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you there. I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance Pack. Here's Doncic. And the West All-Stars looking at who they've got. Durant is out there with Butler. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Young in at the point.
He is such a well-coordinated, fluid athlete for his size. Joel Embiid blocks a lot of shots and probably changes even more.
And Doncic gets it to go.
Got a little fancy with the fadeaway on that one.
Outside Tatum. It's Curry outside. It's rebounded by Durant.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Butler. Doncic feeling it out. KD passes to Doncic. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Look at Luka playing hard, which is always the way he goes. Gets a foul, but keeps pushing and takes his shot, playing through contact.
The West All-Stars have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them. That free throw good from Doncic.
You know, not many players have made the kind of splash Doncic did in his first year in the league. It was clear right away and really obvious this guy was no ordinary rookie. He played like a veteran from day one.
That one is no good. The East leading by 6. On the wing, Harden, defended by Butler. Here's Curry with the 3. West All-Stars with the rebound. Doncic kicks to Butler. Doncic passes to Jokic. Butler against Harden. 18 feet out. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got his 6th rebound on the night. It's Harden with the drive over Butler. And another miss by the East.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Some nice passing here by the West. Durant, no good.
And guys, I tell you what, they are getting after it on both ends here tonight. This game isn't all about offense this year.
Yeah, it's really been a competitive contest. It's not just a show. These teams are getting after it.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Doncic finds Young. Now Butler. Young passes to Butler. Now here's Doncic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The West All-Stars need to get a shot off here. And it's Butler missing.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Now, here is Harden. Here's Embiid. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And now a 10-point East All-Star lead. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
Back to Butler. It's Young on the wing. The West again cannot hit. The East leading by 10. On the wing, Harden. Guarded by Doncic. Doncic against Harden. Embiid inside. Over Butler. Here's James. And he banks in the layup. James has got 8 points.
Boy, aggressive work on the glass, paying off for LeBron there. Tremendous effort.
Doncic outside. Butler feeling it out a bit. Back to Doncic. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Doncic has got 5 points now this quarter. And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here.
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance Pass.
Big group substitution here for the East. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Embiid. Leonard comes in for LeBron. Mitchell, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Damian Lillard in for Stephen Curry. Now, here's Lillard. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Back to Tatum. And another miss by the East. The West trails by 10. Here's George. Here's Randall. It's rebounded by Leonard. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars. And it's blocked. And he keeps control of the ball. Feeds it to Randall. Up top to DeRozan. Guarded by Tatum. DeRozan's shot is off. The East leading by 10. Mitchell wide open. And another miss by the East. Randall kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. DeRozan passes to Randall. Over Mitchell. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. Ingram, he's checked in for Jason Tatum. And West also making a switch. Halliburton's checked in. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
You know, that's about as good a defensive play as you're going to see. Instant reaction to get a hand on the shot. Beautifully done.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Feeds it to Antetokounmpo. And a quick assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
The decision-making of Antetokounmpo is really brilliant, in a word. He knows when to spot up, he knows when to roll to the bucket off screen, and he knows when to give it up.
Now, here's Mitchell. And the foul calling Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. The East making a switch. Sabonis is checked in, and West also making a switch. Jokic is checked in for Halliburton. The West trails by 8. Jokic inside, defended by Sabonis. And that one's good, Jokic.
Man, they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Need more of this from Jokic. When he's active on defense, he's a capable shot blocker.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to DeRozan. It's over Ingram. That one wide left.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Davis kicks to Mitchell. Can they get it? Not going to go that time. And so it's the East All-Stars. with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have had their sights set on Kevin Durant, and they've done a terrific job holding him in check. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, and as a two-guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And we welcome you back. The biggest stars of the league are putting on a show here at the All-Star Game.
And we're seeing some world-class basketball being played here tonight.
That's exactly what you'd expect coming from the absolute greatest players on the planet.
They've got Jason Tatum. LeBron James is out there with Sabonis. Then it's Harden, and it's Curry in at the point. So that's the 5 in the game for the East All-Stars. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Here's Antetokounmpo. Jokic, even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Tatum wide open, he fires one. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Giannis has got 8 rebounds in this game. And the shot goes down.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Outside Curry. Lets it go with a 3. Drills it from outside. And the East leads by 9.
You know, a focal point for Tatum early on, increased the consistency from deep. And he's done that with a lot of lab work.
Now, here's Butler. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Joel Embiid. He's checked in for the East. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Kevin Durant's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Down low, Young. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, just exceptional focus on these hard finishes. Young welcomes getting physical on the way up.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the East All-Stars?
A nice portion of their points has been earned at the line, and they've done an exceptional job creating havoc for the defense and getting fouled.
And I love the way they've been attacking the basket. I mean, they've looked to penetrate every opportunity they've had, and they've done a nice job doing that.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars. Outside Curry. Here's Harden on the wing. The shot missing. Nice D from Doncic. The West trails by 6. Jokic passes to Doncic. Outside Butler. Back to Doncic. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. Jokic finds Durant. And the baseline jumper, no good. The East leading by 6. Curry passes to LeBron. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. That's 10 points for LeBron.
We know Curry has tremendous vision, and he uses it to tee up his teammates for easy shots.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. You look at James. What a contribution.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Young against Curry. Bounce pass, Young. Here's Jokic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Embiid.
Well, I love how crafty Jokic is. You know, he basically baits defenders into committing the foul once he gets deep position.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
Boy, it's so much fun watching Jokic do his thing. I mean, he's not uber athletic, but my, is he skilled. He wows you with some of the passes he makes and some of the finishes he completes.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. The East leading by 7. Harden has a wide open look. Offline with his 3.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Durant, the pass to Jokic. Harden against Doncic. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Here are the East All-Stars. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Harden kicks to Curry. Good ball movement here by the East. The pass to James. Wants to get it to Tatum and does. And the basket is good. Tatum's got 7 points for the quarter.
Yeah, the first half was 1 to deep 6 or forget. But in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
And Jokic slams it in.
And you expect this from Young. He scans the floor and finds an open man for the shot.
James outside. He feeds it to Curry. Pass to Embiid. Just 5 to shoot. Over Jokic. Embiid, no good. The West trails by 7. Young outside. And Embiid with the block. And here we go. The East with a fast break. There's Tatum. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Coming at you with so many ways to get his points. Tatum draws a lot of contact throughout the game. Gets himself to the line.
So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8.
The potential that Tatum still possesses to get better is quite scary. I mean, this guy has done an awful lot in a very short time. He's a versatile forward with tremendous skills and a work ethic to match.
So he gets them both, and it's a 9-point ball game. And the West All-Stars have possession. Young with the ball. Now guarded by Tatum. .127 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to LeBron. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
A monster down low. LeBron James, the rare package of skill, size, and athleticism.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. They're down by 11. We've got 1:18 left here in the fourth quarter. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Jason Tatum.
You know, I've really liked how aggressive he's been getting inside. He's finding lanes and avenues to the rim and making the defense pay when he does get inside. I thought he really helped lead the charge for his team.
And the tradition in honor of just being invited to play here, let alone receiving honors of All-Star Game MVP. Just tremendous. In fact, one could argue he had a couple of great candidates here, but he deserved it.
You know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Well, this man knows how to handle that rock. Looks like it's part of his body.
Here's Harden. Outside Tatum. Outside Curry. Back to Tatum. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Tatum's got the lead up to 12 now for the East All-Stars. Embiid with the steal. Young with the steal. Durant. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one. That's on LeBron James.
And just using that length to his full advantage. Durant draws the foul, and we know what usually happens when he steps to the line.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Durant. And the East with some changes. Ingram, he's checked in for Jason Tatum. Donovan Mitchell comes in for James Harden. And Lillard subbed in for Curry. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Randall's checked in for Jimmy Butler. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Luka Doncic. Halliburton subbed in for Trae Young. And both free throws good for Durant. They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Ingram missing. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the West All-Stars. Trailing by 10. Lillard against Halliburton. Lillard outside. So it's the East All-Stars winning this one easily.
And guys, while the result and the bragging rights go to the East, this was truly a night that belonged to the fans. I mean, it was another great showcase of the world-class talent across the NBA.
It seems to get better and better every year, doesn't it, Greg? Huh? So fun to watch. It was certainly a fun evening. We thank all of you for joining us and watching with us. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll see you again next time.
to win. The angelic nastiness you possess may